Hello, welcome to another amazing episode of Minute with Mercy to Fame. This is a channel that is set to raise light bearers with balanced lifestyle. Yeah, light bearers in quotes, balanced lifestyle in quotes. Today we're going to be doing a study on how not to let things irritate you. I used to be someone things irritate easily. Yes. So story time. Okay, before now, things irritate me easily. Not like I want it to irritate me, but I just notice that when things are not really sometimes going the way I want, I just find myself being irritated. Or when some persons are doing things and they're not taking corrections, and it's obvious that they are wrong, and they don't want to listen. I just notice I'm just irritated. And when this happens, at times I'm angry. Not because I want to be angry, but because the whole irritation just make me angry. So there's this friend of mine. He had to mention it to me. He was like, girl, things irritate you easily. And it's as if you even get angry easily too. In my head, I'm like, no, I beg. I don't get angry easily. But I just had to pause. I didn't push further. I allowed him to talk. And he was just saying that he has noticed this, he has noticed that. At that point, I realized it wasn't just him talking to me, because I felt cold. It was as though they just poured cold water on me, and I could just hear God talking to me, to be sincere. And after then, I started thinking on how to get better. I've always loved to be a better person in anything that I'm doing, be it business, my attitude, my character. I want to be the best of me. I want to be better than yesterday. So I started praying, because I didn't like the whole thing. It was somehow to me, when they said it, I was feeling bad, like I should be better. Do you get? So I started praying. I started thinking on how to get better. And when I started praying, I noticed God led me to listen to a couple of messages on anger management and control. And one of the messages I listened to a lot of preachers, and one of them that got me so well was that of Pastor Enojiri. God bless you, ma. Seriously, because that word really changed my life. I felt different after listening to that messages. I felt relief. Let me use that word. Yeah, I did. You can check out on YouTube. Enojiri is a. You thank God you did. Yeah, you'll be like, while listening to messages on anger management, when you're dealing with being irritated, the truth is you can't take away provocation when you're talking about being irritated, because when you're irritated, there's every tendency that it leads to provocation, and provocation leads to anger. Yeah, this is something I've noticed. When I'm angry, not necessarily when I'm angry, when I'm irritated, I notice I'm angry. Not because I want to be angry, like I said before now. The whole thing just makes me angry. And at some point, it's not like it lingers for long, just at that point. But see, we are children of God. We are made in the image of God. Things like this shouldn't be found in us. These habits are not the habits of God. We are made in the image of God. So it shouldn't be found in us. So one of the things I started doing was I stopped taking things too personal. Yeah, I realized I take things too personal. I read a lot of meaning to things. When things happen, I'm like, why is this person acting like this? The meanings I will start, the way I will analyze the whole thing, yourself, you'll be surprised. So I started becoming conscious of the whole thing, not analyzing too much, not taking things to heart too much, not reading so much meaning to things. You know, when you are explaining things to me, in my head, I already conclude what you want to say. And see, just keep quiet. I already know what you're saying. I already know where you're going to. Is that bad? Let me use that word. Is that bad? Because before now, I didn't see it that way. But much later, I started realizing that this thing isn't good. Yeah, and I'm trying my best to be better, even up to now. Yeah, I am. So I try to give people benefit of that. So I'm telling you, give people benefit of that. Don't just listen to people, and listen to understand what they are saying. Because I can tell you I'm a good listener, but when I'm listening to you, I already know what you're saying in my head. I already know where you're going to. But try to listen to understand. When you understand where the person is coming from, when you understand the person's intentions, it will help you know why they are acting that way. And when you understand, it will help you not to be irritated. Stop being picky. I can be picky, but like I told you, when you pray to God and when you know this is your weakness, it helps you to work on it. But when you don't even know your weakness, you can't even work on it. So stop being picky. Stop reading too much meaning to things. Give people benefits of doubt. Try to be understanding. Understand people. Okay? And like I said, the first thing I started doing was praying. But I didn't want to start with, okay, maybe you start praying before you say, we need realistic things. But see, prayer is really realistic. Yes. So I started praying. I started bringing to the consciousness of God. I see, I'm made in your image, God. I shouldn't have this habit. So I'm going to urge you to pray. Pray real well. Pray as though your life depends on it, because actually it does. Your life depends on it. So pray. When you pray to God and tell God, I don't like this habit. Help me to be better. Trust me, God is going to align you. Because it was God that led me to all those pastors that I listened to. And he gave me understand when I'm listening to them. He made me see this attitude, this character isn't from me. So pray to God to change you. Pray to God to help you to be better. Pray to God to bring people that will even help you to be better. Because when you have the right people around you, trust me, life is going to be easy. So pray. We can't overemphasize prayer. So pray, guys. And that thing you need to do is learn how to ignore things. I don't ignore things easily. I'm trying my possible best to be as sincere as I should be. Okay, I don't ignore all things. Especially when I know this thing is right, I wouldn't want to ignore it. I want to prove to you that it's right. But see, to what end? If you prove it or you don't prove it, to what end? As Christians, to what end? So you need to avoid conversations like who is right or who is wrong, or what's right or what is not wrong. Just respect people's opinion. Yeah, it doesn't make you less of yourself. It doesn't. Just respect people's opinion. Just avoid such conversations, because you are a Christian. You have to walk in that consciousness. Yes, we are Christ ambassadors, so you need to work in that consciousness. One of the things I started doing is, even at some points, as I'm working on myself to be better, when I notice I'm getting irritated, I try to bring to my notice. I know this is God helping me out. Like, see, I think you're getting irritated. Control it. So you need to be in charge of your emotions. You need to be in charge. Don't allow your emotions control you. We are Christians, and allow the Spirit of God to control you and not your emotions. So that's why you need to pray, because when you pray, the Spirit of God help you. When he realizes that, see, this thing you are doing right now isn't right, he brings it to your consciousness. So try to ignore things. Try to let things slide. It's not everything that they must say, yes, you won. Just let it go. It doesn't make you less of yourself. You should be a peacemaker. So the Bible says, follow peace with all men. So when you're following peace, you need to allow things slide. Okay? And that thing is, stop interpreting things negatively. Interpret it positively. Because most times it's really not about the situation. It's really not about what transpired between you and anybody or what is happening at that moment. Most times it's about how you interpret it, how you choose to interpret it. Something might just happen right now, and you're the one interpreting it that way. You're the one saying, this person came and the person did this, the person did that. Hello? Stop interpreting things that way. Interpret things positively. Just try to see good in people. I think I should use that word. Try to see the best in people. Even when they try doing something wrong, just somehow in your head, interpret it well. It will save you a whole lot of drama. It will save you a whole lot of all this irritation, that. Try to interpret things brightly, interpret things positively. Stop, like I said before, stop reading too much meaning to things. Okay? And be patient. Be patient. Always calm down. Calm down. Like some person would say, this life isn't that serious. So just calm down. Okay, and trust me, God is going to help us, because we are all working towards perfection. We are not perfect, but we have a perfect God. We have the Lord that is all perfect. He knows all things. So just pray to God to be a better person, and trust me, He will help you, because nobody is perfect, but we are all working into perfection. Okay, so with this, we have come to the end of today's topic. So if you have any question, drop it in the comment section. Remember, this channel is all about balanced lifestyle, and for us to be balanced, we have to be in charge of our emotions, we have to be in charge of our environment, we have to be in charge of everything happening around us. And remember, in this channel, we are following the footsteps of Christ, so we have to be like Christ. Okay, so bye for now.